Now let's head to Texas with Buckmaster's Whitetail Magazine editor Russell Thornberry and his son Darren on a hunt at the Rafter W Ranch with outfitter Jack Wardlaw.
Thornberry with friend Jack Wardlaw and my son Darren Thornberry, editor of Buckmaster's Magazine. We're on the Rafter W Ranch near Sonora, Texas for some whitetail deer hunting. Jack's the owner and the outfitter. You said come early December. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we expect the rut to start any time. The bucks are running the does.
Good.
The does still aren't totally ready.
Okay.
But you'll see lots of action.
Lots of chasing going on.
And lots of running.
All right. Can't beat that.
And Jack, now notable whitetail hunting regions in Texas, the hill country and country. Now, where are we in relation to those areas?
We consider ourselves in a transition zone between the two. The country has a number of deer. The South Texas has the larger deer. We have the benefit of both classes.
Great. Well, I know from being here with you before that there's lots of deer, and I'm looking forward to a great hunt. We've got a heck of a north wind blowing. I assume the front blowing in here and cool things down. Maybe that'll get those does active too, huh?
I hope so. You'll see lots of action.
I know we will. Darren, you got a rifle to sight in
Sure
before
do.
we can hunt, so let's get on to that.
Okay.
Russell sights his rifle in, then makes sure Darren's is on.
Yes, sir. You're good to go there, buddy.
In camp earlier that week, Tom Peterson of Naples, Florida, took a nice buck. And his hunting partner, Mike Milliken, also from Naples, took this great buck. The rough and rugged terrain of Texas, with its mesquite and cactus, is known for its large population of deer. On this well-managed ranch, the buck-to-doe ratio is kept in balance, increasing the chances of seeing a good number of bucks during the rut. Sonny Thompson of Lancaster, Texas, and guide Trey Wardlaw had an exciting hunt that week. Congratulations to Sonny on his successful hunt. There's a slight breeze the next day as Russ sets up at a good vantage point. Early in the hunt, he spots a nice buck with a doe. All chances of a shot are lost when the deer go behind the brush. Later that day, Russ spots another buck moving through the brush at a steady pace. It looks like a pretty good buck. But he suddenly spooks. Russ is confident with his shot and goes to look at his buck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finally. What a hunt. I've been playing peekaboo with this 9-pointer. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And an even bigger 8-pointer, and they're both crossing this ridge. Today I decided first come, first serve, and this guy shows up.
Other hunters in camp that week included Florida residents Robert Mawson with his buck and Ed DeNova with his exceptional buck. Late in the week, Darren is rewarded with an exciting hunt as he spots a buck coming his way. waits for a clear shot. But the buck stays behind the brush. Finally, he steps out. Darren is pleased with his good-looking buck.
Each year we have the opportunity to hunt whitetails all over North America, but I always look forward to hunting the great Lone Star State of Texas. The Rafter W ranches are located near the town of Sonora in southwest Texas. Its location, among many other things, make it one of the finest, most enjoyable ranches we've ever had the privilege of hunting. Let's learn about the ranch and its hunting with owner and operator Jack Wardlaw.
Here at Rafter W Ranches, we own and operate 32,000 acres. It's a working cattle and goat ranch.
During our hunting operation, we try to harvest 1 deer per 600 acres.
When a person books a hunt with Rafter W, we pick you up at the airport in San Angelo, Texas, which is about a 120-mile drive from the airport. We offer modern, fresh, clean rooms, camp for all our hunters. The meals, we try to feed you better than you can eat at the finest places in town. Everything is included. We are 50 miles from the Mexican border. We lie in Sutton and Val Verde counties. We are what we consider the transition zone of Texas. We're not the hill country and we're not true South Texas. We're right in the middle of the two areas.
Now that we know where the ranch is located, let's ask about my favorite, those famed Texas mesquite flats, and see what other options in terrain the Rafter W offers.
Here at the ranch, the hunting terrain is hilly. We have, the hills are approximately 500 foot tall. We have cedar, mesquite, and live oak. There's quite a few large mesquite flats. Buck deer seem to enjoy these more than anywhere else. A lot of it's rolling cedar country. Most is still brushy. A lot of country is cleared. Part of our ranch have oat and wheat fields on them, which the deer really do enjoy.
The variation in terrain allows a hunter many hunting technique options.
Here at the Rafter W, we have various hunting techniques to get a buck deer for a hunter, which include rattling deer, safari-style hunting out of a vehicle. We will walk and stalk deer. You know, whatever it takes to kill a class of buck that a hunter desires, that's what we do for you.
Horn rattling is one of the most exciting hunting techniques, but there are many key factors to success.
To rattle deer, you have to have a good buck-to-doe ratio. Here at the Rafter W, we have as close to a 1-to-1 buck-doe ratio as you can get. You never can achieve 1-to-1, but we harvest more does. 3-to-1 is what we do bucks. This gives us a close to 1-to-1, and the deer will really come to horn. When we start to rattle deer, you have the deer numbers that it works anywhere. You know, if a man will rattle 15 minutes at one spot and he has no response, you move. We try to pick on one of these ridges overlooking a canyon. We'll set up there, try to get the hunter higher where he has a better view than what we are. We'll get down below in brush, rattle, and hopefully deer come to us.
There are several rattling techniques that work depending on the area that you're hunting. Jack has had great success with his techniques.
I'll scrape the brush like a buck fighting the brush. Then I'll tickle the horns together, which if you rattle, you know what I'm talking about. And then we'll have one loud clash, and then the buck deer will stomp a paw, which I will reenact with the horns on the ground. We'll give it about 5 minutes and do this again.
Now, bucks respond to the horns in many different ways, depending on the phase of the rut.
Most of the time, the deer are more curious than they are. If it's in a true deep rut, these deer will come in serious. The hair will be raised up on them. They'll be ready to fight when they come. You know, it's the only reason they're coming. They think there's a doe ready to accept a buck. When they come is curiosity. They'll come in, look you over, stay there a minute or two, and then they'll leave. If they see you, if they don't, you can call them within 2 or 3 foot of you. Here again at the Rafter W, we have a good buck-to-doe ratio. You know, we have as close to 1-to-1 as you can possibly get. This makes the mating season short-lived for the buck deer. When they hear 2 deer fighting, they think there's a doe in estrus and they're coming to see what's happening.
The quality of hunting at the Rafter W is reflected by the beautifully mounted deer heads on the lodge walls.
In our home, we have several deer mounted. They have been taken over the past several years by family members. Some of my sons have killed, some my wife's kinfolks have killed, some I've killed. They're a representative sample of the deer here. You know, they're the larger deer. By no means is everybody going to kill one like it, but there are deer killed every year that equal these deer.
Texas offers one of the largest deer populations as well as one of the longest seasons in the country.
Deer season in Texas generally opens the first Saturday in November and closes the first Sunday in January. The rut in Texas, or in our area of Texas, usually starts around the 1st of December. You can give or take a week, whichever. Before the rut starts, I can pretty much tell you what class deer runs where. When the rut starts, they may be here today and they may be 10 miles from here tomorrow. A lot of people prefer the rut due to the fact that you can rattle them. They see a lot of deer rutting these does, which they go crazy when they're rutting doe. Here again, before the rut starts, deer are predictable. I can tell you what kind of deer I've seen in what area. After the rut starts, you can see very little. A man told me one time the first part of the season every deer on the ranch was alive.
America's youth is the future of hunting, and one of the most rewarding aspects is being involved with the youngsters' first deer hunt. Let's join a couple of junior sportsmen and hear how they harvested their first deer.
I'm visiting with two hunting buddies of mine, Brian Cooley and Justin Blue. They're hunting this week with me, and they've just harvested their first deer. They both got does this morning. Brian, how old are you?
I'm only 10.
Only 10?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're starting out early to be such a young hunter. How about you, Justin? How old are you?
I'm 14.
14. Well, tell me about your hunt.
Me and Trey, the guy here, we set up on a ridge, and about 10 minutes later, a nice big doe walked out, and I got a good clean shot.
And what'd you think about that? You enjoy it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Good. Tell me about yours, Brian.
Well, we set up, and this doe walked out of the brush, and I tried to get a shot at her, and I did, but I missed her. So she ran up onto this hill, and we followed her over there, and I just kind of shot.
Well, how far away was she?
She was about 94 yards.
About 94 yards? Did you step it off?
Yes.
You know, that's a good shot for a youngster like you. You shoot it off, that's good shooting.
Thank you.
Well, good. How'd you get into hunting?
Well, my dad's always told me about his adventures with hunting and his misses and his shots. And so I decided to come with him and try it for myself.
You like spending time with Dad?
Yes, I did.
Good. How about you, Justin? How'd you get started?
Well, me and my dad have always fished since I was little, and a couple of years ago we decided to get into do a little bit of deer hunting, and I got invited to come and have a good trip here.
Good deal. What do you think about the future of hunting? What do you got in store for your hunts? You want to get a big buck somewhere?
Yeah, maybe next year I could get a nice big buck to hang on the wall or something like that.
Are you looking forward to spending more time with your dad out in the wild, in the woods?
So,
good deal. How about you, Brian? What do you want to do in the future?
I think I want to go with my dad and maybe harvest a really big buck to hang on the wall because I don't think he's ever got one that he's told me about, but I'm just going to have fun.
Well, good. I hope you spend a lot of time with your dad, and I'll tell you what, hunting is a great sport. You guys practice good ethics and good, safe hunting tactics, and you'll have a lot of fun in the future. Hey, thanks for joining us this week, and congratulations on your hunt.
thank you.
All right.
My hunting partner, Darwin Key, is set up in a shooting house along the edge of a rocky canyon near a huge mesquite flat which is surrounded by cedar trees. There's a lot of buck sign in the area, so Darwin should have plenty of action. Hey, let's go hunting. During the rut in Texas is always exciting. This is a time when bucks are on the move and they can be seen roaming freely at any time of the day. The first buck that shows himself is a nice 10-pointer. This buck is definitely a shooter, but with the rut in full swing, he has been fighting and has broken several times off of his rack, so Darwin decides to pass him up.
heard you shoot. I just came on over pretty quick. I figured you got him.
Yeah, I got one. He's down right here behind this cactus.
Look at there, look at there. That's a big bodied deer, look.
There is.
Look how tall that rack is.
Yeah, man. Good time.
All right, look at there. Look at that rack, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that before you shot him?
You know, I thought that was a double main or something like that, and I thought, man, that looks unique right there, because I could see those 3 points coming in together, and I just thought it was a great one, and then...
This G2 right here came up, and evidently he damaged it during movement, and it's going straight forward like a double beam rack right there.
Uh-huh, that's what it looked like. It was definitely unique when he come out, because I was seeing those other deer running in and out of those feeders, and I was thinking, you know, here's one, here's one, here's one, and when he stepped out there and I saw that on there, I said, man, that's one I want to take.
Well, I tell you what, that's a good mature buck and beautiful rack, good high rack, and you know, this here will be a good conversation piece in the future.
Definitely.
I tell you what, a lot of deer like this in this country.
Yeah, there's some good ones over here too. I saw lots of good deer.
Good deal. Hey, congratulations on a great hunt.
Good deal.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of buck sign in this area. Look at that rove tree. Oh, it's a big one. It's like a big buck. I tell you what, that's fresh right there. This is old. He's rubbed it twice there. Look at that. I tell you, there's a big buck in this area somewhere. I'm going to go get a set up on his brush and see if I can rattle him in. A lot of signs. It's mid-December and the weather is clear and cool with the temp rising into the mid-50s. Today I'm going to be hunting a big mesquite flat laced with scattered cedar trees. I'm going to be moving around, working the wind, setting up, rattling, and calling. I'm shooting a 7 mag, hoping for a shot at a nice whitetail buck. Hey, let's go hunt. A lot of buck sign in this area right here. This big guy's about to set up. a buck. Let me tell you about the place I got picked out to hunt this afternoon. Behind me is a big mesquite flat behind this cedar gully here. There's all kind of trails, all kind of buck sign, a lot of points, a lot of horn trees. It looks like the sound of a big buck in this area. Behind me I've got a tripod set up where I can oversee this whole place here. I can see one coming 200 or 300 yards out. I'm going to be doing some grunting and rattling here with run on. It ought to be a good evening. Hey, let's go hunting. That's a good buck. He's down. Let's go to him. Look at this buck. Yeah, he's down. Look what a spread. I'm telling you, that is a beautiful rack. Look how wide it is. Main beam, look how it curls up. Got a sticker point right here. Good, rough, gnarly bottom. I tell you what, this is a mature animal. Rattling and calling in this part of the country during the rut is absolutely ball. I've really enjoyed the last couple of days. I tell you, I've hunted a lot of ranches in this part of the country, and the Raptor W offers a first-class hunt. If you want to go on one like this, give Jack Warlaw a call, and he'll show you a hunt of a lifetime. Hey, thanks for joining me. Till next time, good luck and good hunting. What a buck. Let me tell you what I'm going to be doing the next couple of days. I'm going to be working around the edges of these big mesquite flats, rattling and grunting, trying to get in a whitetail. I tell you that the rut is right on top of us here. There's a lot of buck sign in this area, and the deer ought to really be responding to horns. It's going to be a great hunt. Hey, let's go hunting. There's a deer. That's a young buck. There's a lot of young bucks in this area, I tell you what. I love these cedar flats and mesquite flats. Get them circling around. Maybe this year in a couple of years, make a good trophy buck. There he goes. And move on up. That's a deer, that's a deer. That's a buck. That's a good buck. He's in that mesquite flat. He's circling around. That is a good buck. That's definitely a shooter. Circling around, he's gonna go around and come in downwind. Oh, that's a good boat. It's in that thick brush. A little bit more. He's down. That's a good buck. Let me go to him. That's a good buck. Look at the size of this buck. Boy, that is a beautiful rack. Look at that. That is a widespread 3, 6, 13 pointer. I'm telling you, look at that. Look how this point goes back here. That rack lays way back. I tell you, that's a good mature Texas whitetail. There's a lot of them like this in this country. Hunting a rut in this part of the country is a lot of fun. I have really had a great hunt. I tell you what, if you want to go on a hunt of a lifetime, give Jack Wardlaw a call here at the Raptor W Ranches, and he'll show you a good one. Hey, thanks for joining me. Till next time, good luck and good hunting. What a buck.
Let him go. There's a big mature buck right over there. I saw him when he walked in behind those bushes, and he's the fella I'm after. Let's see if I can get him on this call. There he is. There he is. Okay, now we're going to take this deer. Gosh, I guarantee you we are. We're going to take him. All right. There he comes. All right, we got the buck. Boy, isn't that something? Fun. It's kind of a shame that the hunt's about over with for the deer. We've had a real good hunt for the deer, saw a whole lot of deer, and look what a nice one we've got here. Isn't that really fine? Oh, whenever we get ready to get around the table, well, he'll be right there with us, and our memories of him will be around forever, and we got some fantastic pictures. Oh, I know you like that. But look, let me tell you what. You've been seeing all these old turkeys around here and seeing us get them up close. If you stay tuned, we're going to call in some turkeys, and we're going to see if maybe we can get us a couple old gobblers for the table to go right along with these deer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do some turkey hunting. I'm going to try to call up a old gobbler for Cowboy and let him take it, and then he's going to call one and show me how to do it. Okay, get ready. Here we go. All right. Looks like we got one coming on our way. There he comes on in. Cowboy's getting ready. Good shot, Cowboy. That'll way to go. He got him. Good shot. All right, boy, we enjoyed that. Now we're going to put that on the table a little later. But now, Cowboy, show me how you can call a turkey and see if I can hit one. Hey, let's see what happens. We're going to quiet down now. Listen, Cowboy's calling. Turkey's easing on closer in. We got to talk real low. Can't make too much noise. They're getting on closer. All right, they're getting closer. I'm going to give him one more step. All right. Boy, that old shotgun got some recoil to it. That's some of those new shells that Federal's been making. Got 2 ounces of copper-coated BBs and 4 drams of powder and a 3-inch Magnum shell. Boy, that's a good one. What some fine turkeys we got. I hope you enjoyed the hunt, and I guarantee you we're going to return another day. We really enjoyed being out here with you.
It's now the next morning, and once again, David is waiting for a buck to make an appearance. As you can see, it's extremely foggy this morning, but that still didn't keep the deer from coming in. David is on a hunt at Rafter W Ranches and is allowed to take 2 bucks. He decides to take this one and then hunt for a larger buck during the rest of his hunt.
That a bad shot right there? No, I'm on him right now. Wait, he's getting ready to come behind the trees.
What'd you see, Dave?
Well, let me get down out of here and I'll tell you.
All right, come on out.
I think I shot the right one.
Did you?
Yep.
Nice one.
That 8-point you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, let's go
He's
look
not
at
real
it.
wide, but he's a nice deer.
Got long
He's
time.
down behind the feet.
a nice one, Dave.
Yeah, he is. He's not real wide, but he's still nice. Got some nice tines.
Yeah, they're about 9.5 inches long.
Got a little kicker.
Yeah, makes him a 9-point. He's not bad. He's awful nice. Heavy horned deer.
He came out there, down there, out of that little ditch, walked right down the road. Didn't stick around long. He was leaving when I shot him right here.
Made a good shot on him, about 120 yards.
He didn't go anywhere.
Well, that's good. Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, let's go get the car and we'll get out of here.
Boy, look at that. That is the most beautiful creature I believe I've ever seen. Black buck antelope. And when the whitetail hunting's all over, here on the Rafter W, outside of Sonora, Texas, you can always try your luck on one of these wily critters. Beautiful trophy on the Rafter W. Mighty good.